Suez was never a military failure. It was a poorly designed operation, but it was a poorly designed operation because it was a political failure.
The whole Suez crisis was a political disaster, but a military victory. I think this is absolutely wrong. I mean, I think the military side, British military side, was a disaster, but they used the politicians as an excuse to get away with it. After the Suez crisis, after everything died down, the next stage in Britain, the next military stage in Britain, was to reform the military out of all recognition.
انتهت ملحمة السويس كما سماها المصريون، أو كارثة السويس كما عرفها البريطانيون، تلك الكارثة التي حولت الأيام الأخيرة لإيدن في الحكم إلى جحيم لا يطاق.
Eisenhower was absolutely furious. He lost his temper with Eden. I mean, he said to him on the telephone, "Have you gone out of your mind?" I mean, that's not actually the sort of thing that one world leader says to another.
When you look at the transcripts of his conversations at the end of the Suez War, just before he has to cease fire, he's almost crying.
He was close to a mental breakdown and was losing control over his political party, losing control over the government, losing control over himself. He was a mess.
He's pleading with Eisenhower, "Do not make me stop. My position is not tenable if you make me stop." And Eisenhower, and you get a sense of Eisenhower talking to this desperate man and saying, "We are with you. We will be with you. We will not leave you, but you must stop this now."
One of the things you've got to say for Nassar is that he kept himself together. And despite the crisis that he was in the midst of, he held himself together in contrast to Eden.
Eden has to capitulate to the Americans. He surrenders to the Americans. And he finds out on November the 6th, when you take action that's not in American interest, you aren't special anymore. He was broken. He was absolutely broken. It was the story of a man who spent decades wanting to become prime minister. Finally gets the job, belatedly in 1955. And then in the course of a few days in November 56, his entire world falls apart.
لكن هذه النهاية كانت ذات حدين، كلاهما على طرفي نقيض. فبينما أجهزت تماماً على مستقبل إيدن الواعد وعجلت بكلمة النهاية لمسيرته السياسية، أفرزت على الضفة الأخرى زعيماً عربياً سيصبح عما قليل ملهماً لكل المتحررين، لإقليمه ولدول العالم الثالث.